In last week's episode, we visited Whitehorse, which is the capital of the Yukon Territories. All right, leaving Whitehorse. We probably could have stayed an extra day. We didn't get to see all the museums, so that was a mistake. But who knows? Maybe we'll come back again. But now we're leaving Whitehorse. We're going to drive about 3 hours, 3.5 hours, 3 hours, 45 minutes to a boondocking location. See how that looks. And if it doesn't work out, we'll just drive a little bit more and find another boondocking location. We have plenty of water. We have power. Our tanks are empty. So we can go for a few days with no services. No. But the first thing we're going to do is stop by this car wash and try to clean up this filthy, filthy RV. It's so bad I don't even want to touch the outsides. Ugh. Every time I touch it, my fingers just get all yucky. So, I'm going to try to do that before we head out fully out of Whitehorse. Oh, that guy scared me.
Super clean, just
Nope.
All right. You know, get the grime off. The other car wash was easier, at least with the brush.
Yeah, this one was heavy.
Yeah, I was huffing and puffing.
All right. Well.
Okay.
Job one completed. It's not totally clean. It's not willy clean the way our detailer does it, but it's clean enough to get dirty again.
Yeah.
Put another coat of dirt on it. Along the way, we made an unplanned stop at the Kluane National Park and Reserve Visitor Center. There's a biker. The Kluane National Park and Reserve are two protected areas in the southwest corner of the territory of Yukon. The National Park Reserve was set aside in 1972 to become a national park, pending settlement of First Nations land claims. When agreement was reached with the Champagne and Aishikik First Nations over an eastern part of the reserve, that part became a national park in 1933. The larger western section remains a reserve, awaiting a final land claim settlement with the Kluane First Nation. The reserve includes the highest mountain in Canada, Mount Logan, at 19,551 feet. Mountains and glaciers, including the Donjek Glacier, dominate the park's landscape, covering 83% of its area. All right, so that was a good stop at the Kluane National Park Visitor Center, and I forget which First Nation tribe cultural center. But anyway, that cultural center was closed. But we saw a good video about Kluane National Park and all the First Nations that are covered in the area. Yes, Janetta and I, we both have the impression that the Europeans screwed over the First Nations in Canada, just like they did
in 400
else.
meters, turn right to stay on Alaska Highway, Yukon 1 West, signs for Anchorage, Fairbanks.
But it seems like the Canadians are trying to do a better job of giving them back their lands and their rights to hunt, and that's not it. It's up there.
No, it's next week.
Look at that gas station. The whole thing is dirt.
Turn right to stay on Alaska Highway, Yukon 1 West, signs for Anchorage, Fairbanks.
All right.
That
Heading
was
on out.
Junction. Okay.
Haynes Junction.
Continue on Yukon 1 West for 183 kilometers.
Most of our driving days on this trip have either been rainy or windy. And as we headed to Kluane Lake, a dust storm kicked up. We did manage to get in some decent pictures. After some rough roads, rain and wind, we decided to boondock at the Donjek River. We are at the Donjek River wild camping site. It's right off the highway, but it should be pretty quiet at night because it really is not a lot of traffic on the Alaska Highway at night. It's a very nice place, but it is very windy today. It's been windy all day, and I'm not going back outside to show you this site till tomorrow morning. Hopefully it'll be less windy in the morning, and we will be able to put a drone up and show you the area. Right now, Jen and I are just hanging out here. It is approximately 4 o'clock, and we're having drinks, pate, and crackers. A little bit later, we'll have dinner. We'll probably watch an episode of Endeavor, and that'll be our evening. I'll check back with you at dinner time. The fish and chips at the Klondike Rib and Salmon and Ribs place was good, but the ribs, they weren't too good at all.
They were
Sorry,
fine.
They had no smoke flavor, no seasoning, just a wash of sweet barbecue sauce. So they were not good.
They were tender.
They were tender, but they were not good. Last night we had a very good stay at a boondocking spot just off the Donjek River on the Alaska Highway. It's just northwest of Burwash Landing, so it's pretty easy to spot. Just like all these boondock spaces, it can be a little noisy during the day, but at night it goes completely silent. wait till Nana finishes scraping her nails.
It's not scraping my nail, filing my nails.
All right, today is Sunday, June 8th, and we are finally going to head into Alaska today. We have about a 3.5 hour drive, and about halfway through, we should be crossing the Alaskan border. Should be crossing the United States border into Alaska. Hopefully it'll go as well and as easy as our Canadian border crossing was, but somehow I don't think it will be as easy, but we'll see. We had a good night's stay last night on the Donjek River. It's another one of these overlander spots. Very big, very spacious, enough room for, I don't know, 5 or 6 rigs. It's even big rig friendly because it's all gravel and very easy to get in and out of. The only problem is that it's in a valley and the wind whistles through this valley. So it's windy already on the road, but last night in the middle of the night we had some gusts. If we had been on 2 wheels, we would have fallen over. But anyway, made it through the night, and now it's time to go. We'll check back with you later.
Head south toward Yukon 1 West, then turn right onto Yukon 1 West for 141 kilometers.
That's not as gravel as.
And guess what? More rain and more rough roads.
With them sending those troops out there.
And a black bear just meandering down the side of the road. We exited Canada to about a 30-mile stretch of no man's land before we came to the official Welcome to Alaska sign. And then we waited our turn for the border crossing into Alaska. Good morning. How are you?
Where are you going?
Hi.
We're going to Alaska.
This is not the way there.
How are you?
You took a wrong turn, I think, down by Albuquerque.
Hey, there was only one road.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
Oh,
You?
pretty good.
Well, it's raining, so I guess.
Yeah.
Well, not as hard as it was.
We've either had rain or wind the whole time.
Yeah, well, the rain keeps the mosquitoes away, and so does the wind.
Well,
Yep.
okay, so I guess we're happy for that.
Yeah, that much is good. Where are you guys going?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Where are you going?
We are going today into Moon Lake, and then we're going Denali down to the Kenai Peninsula,
Wow.
over to Wrangell, St. Elias, and then back up through the hopefully top of the world highway.
Be careful at top of the world highway with rain and muddy roads. That road is not a good road, number one, to start with.
All right, we'll look for
It's
weather
slick,
conditions. Yeah.
And it's like there's nothing on either side, and you're talking primitive.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll go a different way.
Well, you can go that way. Just take your time.
Take time.
Don't
Well,
go
we do
fast.
that. We're not in a hurry.
As long as you're not in a hurry, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Have a
Okay.
good day, guys.
Thank
too.
you.
Bye-bye.
All right. He was pretty cool.
Okay. We'll see. You have to prepare to stop because sometimes he calls you over.
Good. Hey, how are you doing? Good.
Good.
Good. I'm in U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. We
Okay.
just got an aquatic invasives type site. So we're looking at any items you guys might have had in a water body outside of Alaska. So
No.
No fishing
rafts,
gear, no
kayaks,
paddle raft, no kayaks, nothing like that.
Nothing
Nothing.
like that.
No.
Well, all right. Where are you guys headed?
We're going to Tok, Denali, Kenai Peninsula, Wrangell, St. Elias, and then back.
Should have said where
Where
Aren't you going?
Well, we're not going on the Dempster Highway.
There.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. You thought that road was bad.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
You guys
Bye-bye.
enjoy
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
right, so I was
well, that
wrong.
was not bad at all.
Nope.
They were
I
all
thought they were
happy.
going to be assholes, but they were all happy people.
Yes, they were.
Happy fat men.
Jolly.
Hold it until I can get my cover out. And once in Alaska, there were more bad roads and more construction. Just west of Tok, we pulled into the Moon Lake State Recreation Site. Tonight, we are staying at the Moon Lake State Recreation Area, which is just outside of Tok, Alaska. It's dry camping, $18 per night, but it is on a beautiful lake, secluded from the highway noise. And we have a premium site, and we are the only campers here, at least at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. As you can see, also have a great view of the mountains way back there, and I should be able to take the drone up a little bit closer later on today. Goodbye, Moon Lake State Recreation Area. All right, back on the Alaska Highway. That was another great campsite. The only thing you really have to know is that usually the Alaska Highway is pretty quiet after dark, but this far north, dark only lasts for about 2 to 3 hours, and then the trucks were going again. But it was no problem. The only event for today's drive is to stop at Delta Junction, which is the official end of the Alaska Highway. And there we have it. The highway wasn't all that bad, but that last section between Whitehorse and Tok, that was really rough. There were a lot of frost heaves, construction, potholes, gravel sections, you name it. But we made it through with the rig intact. Thank you for traveling along with us so far. But stay tuned, there's a lot more to come as we make our way through Alaska.